2 weeks prior. So he went to the jail to visit this man. He alleges that Combs told the inmate that he would not respond to the lawsuit or appear in court, adding, "You know how we get down." What? Cardillo Smith claims he then told Combs, "I disagree with how we get down. I disagree with how you get down." Court records show Cardillo Smith was granted a temporary restraining order against Combs. So he was granted a temporary restraining order against Sean because Sean was visiting him in jail, trying to pay him off for not spilling the story that this Cardillo Smith is alleging that Sean SA'd him at a party in 1997. So it looks like Sean was going back and forth to jail trying to bribe this guy so he does not speak out or say anything. But I mean, he is $100 million richer, and he's in jail for a very long time. So when will he be able to spend that money? I don't know, but have mercy. A criminal in jail took out a restraining order against a free man. That goes to show, oh my gosh. Okay, so Sean Combs, people are saying you're going down. We don't see it as yet because, the evidence that they collected at the raids, all 3 raids, we don't know what was collected, but people are implying that there's stuff there that they've collected that can get him to jail. So now we're going to wait and see, but you know what? I'm going to have to look more into this story because this happened in 1997 and he was able to get that much money because he filed it month 1 and the judge, 10 million for each month. It was on record or before it was ruled. But yes, we're going to have to look into this story. But yes, it's I'm like, if he was granted that, then Cassie, probably she was granted. I don't think Cassie's offer or whatever she got from Puffy, I'm not even sure if it's half that. So what is Cassie saying now? Anyway, guys, we'll keep watch, but yeah, that's your Diddy story, the latest Diddy up crap or whatever story that's going, on to the next Diddy. Anyways, I want to make a fun segment in the show, and we're going to talk about celebrity and their fashions, okay? Because it's Fashion Week in New York, and you see celebrities, they're coming out in all kind of fashion and designer wear, and some of them think they look hot, but some of them just not. So the first person we're gonna go with is Jennifer Lopez. As you know, she filed for a divorce from her husband of less than 2 years, ring-arounder, Ben Affleck, meaning they dated before, they were engaged before, but then off. They finally got together, which I thought it was true love, finally coming together, but no, it wasn't. So she went to the TIFF, T-I-F-F. Is that a fashion show or was she promoting a movie? I think they said it was promoted a movie, and she was wearing this ensemble. You see it right here. So when I look at it, I see a disco ball with straps. That's what I see. And when I say straps, I don't mean like bondage straps, just straps. So what are your guys' take on this dress? From 1 to 10, how much would you rate this look? I'm looking at it. I mean, she got the side boobs out. She has, hips and everything like that. But this just looks like a disco ball, like she's going clubbing at, what was that club back in New York called? Club 54? Oh gosh, was it Club 50? I don't even remember the name of that club. Now I'm kind of getting confused because I'm like, you have Area 54 where the aliens are, but then you have the disco club back in the 80s? that was known for things going down, illegal things going down. Club 54. No. Guys, drop it in the comment below. The disco thing. But that's what this dress looks like. I mean, I know, you want to be daring, and she's worn other dresses that were daring to me that was a lot better than this one. Example, the Grammy outfit. That was woo-hoo-hoo. But to me, that was like, wow, that was a beautiful ensemble she wore. But with this dress right here, I'm not feeling it, guys. So from 1 to 10, tell me how much you think. I would give it a 4 because it's not even passing. So what are your ratings on Jennifer's dress? And as I said, this is something we can stick in between our gossip just to have fun and critique, critique Hollywood and how they dress. But I mean, she has the body for it. She's what, 53, 54? There's an article, but I'm not even gonna read the article. Let's see. So the TIFF is the Toronto International Film Festival. So you have Venice Film Festival, which is in Venice, so you gotta fly there. Toronto, which is Canada, so you could fly or take transport, if you want transport from the US. But so the TIFF is the Toronto International Film Festival, and she was there for her latest projects, and it's a sports film called Unstoppable. And I think this was something she did with her husband, Ben Affleck. So, and they're also calling this dress the revenge dress. So it's like revenge on Ben. Look what you're missing. Look what I'm wearing. Ta 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 ta. But yeah, guys, so enough of Jennifer and her fashion. So the next store we're going to go into is this Johnathan. You see me set my mouth? No, I'm not going to call him Jonathan Biles. So Johnathan Owens, this is Olympic champion Simone Biles' husband. So he had a game recently, a couple days ago, and he made a touchdown, and the reporter said, or the sports the sportscaster who was given the breakdown or telling what's going on. Well, anyways, he was heard making the comment, Mr. Biles. He called him Mr. Biles. Now, this is after the man made a touchdown and his team won. He called him Mr. Biles. Now, it's a joke, but not so much so. I thought that was, tasteless, especially to know that he just made a touchdown, a goal that brought his team to the winning that game, and to make that comment. So I'm going to read a little of the article again, like I said, just a little. And again, this is from page 6. And it says, Simone Biles' husband, Johnathan Owens, was called Mr. Biles by an NFL commentator after he scored a touchdown during the Chicago Bears versus Tennessee Titan game on Sunday. He said, Mr. Biles, getting in there, the commentator said in a posted Instagram video that shows the Bears' safety run into the end zone. Well done by him, the sports announcer added. Now I'm going to play the video for you. I'm not going to play the entire video. I'm just going to crop it down to where he made the comment.
Stonehouse with pressure, a block! It's scooped up by the Bears! Back the other way! Johnathan Owens! Touchdown Chicago! Mr. Biles getting in there! The block by Daniel Hardy.
But come on, again, it's like, this is a man. People might say it's a joke. There's a difference between joking and just being mean or sarcastic. Probably for him, he thought it was a good chuckle moment. But no, I mean, this is a man. He was in his element, doing his job, doing what he loves doing, and to bring his wife up because she's the talk, because we just ended the Olympics and everything now for him. It's like I see him like Travis Kelce with Taylor Swift. It's like I feel the day, if they don't last and that relationship is over, they might part ways amicably. But the Swifties would not let him live it down. So, you know, it's hard to get into relationships where one partner is seen bigger than the other person. And, you know, you have to have a lot of balls and confidence to continue into a relationship like this. Now, for Simone and Johnathan, they are married. Taylor and Travis, they just started dating when? Last summer. And they did not make it official until when? I have my little book that I take notes in. So they started dating summer 2023, and they became public September that year, 2023, at a Chiefs game that she attended because Travis plays for the Chiefs. So let's get back to this article on Johnathan. It says Simone Biles' husband, Johnathan Owens, called Mr. Biles by NFL commentator after scoring touchdown for Bears. And it says several fans were amused by the commentator referring to Owens, 29, by his wife's surname, as one person commented, "Wait, did they just sick?" That person has sick in a quote, Mr. Biles, but then they have a laughing emoji. Someone else said, "Boy, new name is Johnathan Biles?" A third quipped, while a fourth chimed in, "Calling him Mr. Biles live on TV is diabolical." Yes, to call him Mr. Biles, it's like he's living in the shadow of his wife. No matter how great he does on his own, he is known as Simone Biles' husband. Which again, as I said, you have to have confidence to take that on. And she's 27. It's just so sad. And I think the reason why people are going at him is because he did a podcast where he said that he was the catch and not his wife. And I mean, come on. So what if he said that each other think they're a catch for each other? That's just it. As I said, for men like him and Travis Kelce, it's just so sad that people want to put them down as to say, yes, and the same for Travis Kelce. I mean, this man is accomplished, but because he's with Taylor Swift, it's like whatever he does after dating Taylor Swift, it's because of Taylor Swift. And it scares me for him when, if they do break up, just the backlash that he's going to get. And she loves to write about her exes. So a song will come out, people will eat it up, and then he gets bashed for this, and how could you to Taylor, and all that crap. And he plays the tight end. Wow, tight end position. So yes, his team, the Kansas City Chiefs, they won the Super Bowl last year. And yeah. Did they go to Disney World? Who goes to Disney World? It's the Super Bowl, right? After, I think so. Did they go? I'm not even sure. But anyways, yeah, that's it for both. It's like Johnathan Owens, leave him alone. To make that comment, yes, some might find it funny. But in a situation like this, on the day when he scored his touchdown, to use it was just not warranted. And leave them alone. Yeah, so I know they're celebrities. We're gonna gossip because that's what I'm doing, gossiping about them. But I just want to give a commentary of don't let these men let their career be undershadowed because of who they're dating, the popularity of their wife and girlfriend. because they can stand their own. They're good. So that's it with that story. Now I'm gonna hit on this real quick. It's the Beyonce story. I don't really listen to a lot of Beyonce music. Only if it's catchy, then I'll listen to it. But as far as buying albums and stuff like that, no. I think the only CD I ever purchased for Beyonce was it Dangerously in Love, the one where she has the got me looking so crazy, my baby, I'm not myself. Maybe I'm foolish, I can't do this, I won't blame myself. Okay, that's why she's Beyonce and I'm not. So, you know, she came out with her Cowboy Cater album, her first country album, and for the CMAs, she was snubbed. She was not nominated for Album of the Year or Song of the Year. Now, the song is Texas Hold'em. And I must say, the first time I heard the song, I was like, but then it grows on you. And the thing with Beyonce's country music is the stations that I listen to, they don't really play country. I listen to Elvis Duran, Y100. And in Miami, it's, what's in Miami? Z100 in Miami. So in New York, it's Y100. In Miami, I think it's Z100. So I listen to Elvis Duran. And they played it once in a while, but nothing heavy because they're not a country station. So the same with Beyonce's country album. The stations like for R&B that's geared towards R&B, rap, stuff like that, they're not going to play it because it's country. Or if they do play it, it's not in a rotation to continuously play. So she would have to depend on country music. Now, this album, they said it went to number 1, I think. The song went to number 1. These are all thinking. Because as I said, I'm not familiar too much with it. But I do know who Beyonce is. I do know words to some of her songs. Like Irreplaceable is one of my favorites. And Halo, love it. But yeah, she was snubbed by the Country Music Association. And people are saying it's because, again, she's a black woman. So race is brought into this. And I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping it's because country music. Now, they say the history of country music or country music was first developed or first known by black people, but I've been doing the research and I don't see it. Okay, so if you know the history of country and who really started this country thing, or let me know. But let me tell you what I found when it comes to country music, because I did want to do a research before coming on to say, you know, where are people getting the story that black people invented country music, or I should say, excuse me, African Americans invented country music. See, now I can't find it. Darn it. Okay, it says country music, style of American popular music that originated in rural areas of the South and West in the early 20th century. The term country and western music, later shortened to country music, was adopted by the recording industry, in 1949 to replace the derogatory label hillbilly music. So first it was called hillbilly music. So the only thing I can tell with country music, who first was, as far as colors concerned, everyone knows of this. His name is Charlie Pride. It says Charlie Pride became the first black singer to perform at the Grand Ole Opry. So that basically is like a stadium or a stage where country music performers go and perform. And if you make it to that stage, then you're big. So he was the first to do that. And that was done on, he did it on January 7th of 1967. but the first person to actually do country music, African American, was a DeFord Bailey. And it says DeFord Bailey, who appeared at the Grand Ole Opry from 1927 to 1941, was a trailblazer. It was a star of the girl, but Pride or okay, but they said Pride was a trailblazer who emerged during a time of division and rancor. What is rancor? So yes, guys. Again, if Beyonce's music, this country album, Cowboy Cater, it can only play on country stations. And as far as I know, country people did not accept her. And even though there are numbers, because if they said the album was #1 and the song went to #1, the numbers do prove that it was a song that people were listening to. So I don't know if there was a deadline for it to be submitted. And I think these have to be submitted, right? I think music and album, they have to be submitted. So if they weren't submitted on time, or if it was, and whomever is judging or taking the nominees, if they just did not feel it could stand to other country music artists whose genre is really country music, then, you know, guys, tell me your thoughts on it. Do you think race has to do with Beyonce's country snub? Now, because of Beyonce coming forth, we're learning more about country singers of color. Like, a big one now is this Shabuzi guy. I never knew he was until I did an article that he was dating Emily Ratajkowski, I think her name is. So, you know, he's big. But yeah, guys, tell me your thought on Beyonce. So, another thing I want to make a quick note on is, this is a story that Candace Owens, now I think they said she's banned or blocked from from YouTube, that she was suspended from YouTube. But she was telling the story of Brigitte Macron. Now, she is the wife of the French president. So she is the wife of the French president. His name is Emmanuel Macron. And they're 24 years apart. He is 24 years younger than his wife. But the story with this that Candace is putting out there, she did a full episode and she did couple snippets, is that Brigitte was really born a man. That Brigitte is trans, but no one can prove it. Now, Candace, she showed a bunch of like pictures, documents, stories that shows that maybe Brigitte is really a man who says that she's the sister of a brother who's no longer around because that brother actually transitioned into Brigitte. So it's wild. And Candy showed a picture where she posted it and said that this was her as a child, but it turned out it was actually her daughter and not she, Brigitte. This is something that you call intriguing. So you could go to Candace Owens. I was about to say Candace Cameron. Candace Owens, if you want to hear much more about Brigitte. And Candace is not someone that I listen to because I don't agree with, most of what she says. But with this story, it just captured my attention. And to see how many people are coming forth to say Candace is lying, it's not true. And just it's just a fascinating story, people. That's the word. Fascinating story. So go check it out. And that's Brigitte Macron. She's the wife of French President Emmanuel Macron. Go look at that story. So now we're going to shut it off. I've been here now for probably over an hour, which is very long, on the passing of the great James Earl Jones.
A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
This field, this game, is a part of our past, Ray. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again.
He told me you killed him.
No, I am your father.
What is this? McDowell's?
It's a place over on Queens Boulevard. I think he works there.
My son works!
You knew Babe Ruth?
George? I sure did. And he knew me. He was almost as great a hitter as I was. I would have broken his record too, but...
You went blind.
Yep. I used to crowd the plate so that strike zone almost disappeared. Pitchers hate that.
Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars.
Really?
Yes. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you. And so will I.
Let's pull him up. Where's James Earl Jones? I have so many things on this computer. It's unbelievable. Yes, James Earl Jones. The voice of Mufasa on The Lion King. The voice of Darth Vader, Star Wars. And a bunch of other beautiful screenplays, stage plays that he has brought to our life. One of my favorite movies, Field of Dreams. How many people remember Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner? That movie is just a movie that tears at you. And of course, also starring the late great Ray Liotta. So this is a read from Good Housekeeping. And it says, Tyler Perry wrote a note to honor James Earl Jones after his death. So a lot of celebrities, they were just pouring in because you know this guy. If you're a Star Wars fan, The Lion King, he's been in so many major billion-dollar movies. It's just unreal. So it says, Tyler Perry is saying goodbye to a man who changed Hollywood with his acting. On September 9th, the world learned legendary star James Earl Jones died at the age of 93 at his Dutchess County, New York home, per his agent confirming to People. Famous for his roles in The Lion King, Field of Dreams, and the Star Wars franchise, James made acting history as one of the few stars who achieved EGOT. Now, the EGOT is the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony status throughout his career. Although Deadline reported his Oscar was an honoree. So he did not get an Oscar for a performance that he did, but because of his body of work, and he should have gotten an Oscar when he was nominated or for his body of work, like what they did with Angela Bassett. Now, Angela Bassett did What's Love Got to Do With It and other movies that were Oscar worthy. Fences, I think it was, with Denzel, and she was not presented with the Oscar, but they did give her an honorary Oscar, meaning that her work is just so magnificent that it deserves to be honored with an Academy Award, even if it was not for a particular movie, but this is for her entire career, which I think is great. And Tyler said, saying goodbye to a legend and a king. Thank you for your example and your booming voice that led the way for me and many others. You will be missed, my friend. Blessings to your family. He made our childhood so much richer. Someone else wrote, 93. What a wonderful life he lived, bringing all that to us. He was in movies like, oh my gosh, it's just so much, guys. But yes, rest in peace to James Earl Jones. And thank you for the contribution you made to this industry. Movies, stage, commercials, voice work. Just unbelievable. So guys, that's it. We're done. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Spread the word, guys. We want to grow this channel. Get me to 500, then we can go to 1,000. Spread the word, guys. Gossip in the dark. You are my gossipers. And I'm going to go by my initials, which is KSC. Not KFC. KSC. So, yeah. So, it will be Gossip in the Dark with KSC. And you are my gossipers. So, again, please like, share, subscribe. Spread the news. Get this video out there. Let people see it. Tell me your reaction to this video on all of the topics that we discussed. And thank you again, guys, so much for listening and watching, or just listening, because I do that sometimes. I just put it on the article or put it on whatever I need to listen to and not watch, because then, you know, you're moving around a lot. So, but yes, guys, thank you so much for liking. Please like, share, subscribe. This is Momzelle. I call her Momzelle because my dad, he used to call my mom Momzelle. So when I got this nice pink little bear, I said I'm gonna call it Momzelle. So that's Momzelle right there. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Bye. Ring.